we are the black sheep. We were the underdogs who people said would never make it. And here we are 50 years later.
My favorite moment continues to be getting up on that stage, which as far as I'm concerned is holy ground. It's electric church.
Your relationship with Gene Simmons, who is not your brother, but he's frequently cast as a near brother. The two of you have been close for well over half a century.
Yeah.
So when and how did that happen? Tell me the story.
I was playing with a guitar player in Washington Heights, which is interestingly the neighborhood that I first grew up in. 211th Street and Broadway was where I was originally from. I found a guitar player who I was playing with, and one day I went over to his house, his apartment, and there was another guy there, and he said, "This is Gene, he writes songs, and this is Stan." At that time, I was Stanley. I still am, only now it's my last name. But I said, "Yeah, I write songs," and Gene said, "Oh, play me one." And I sat down and played him a song, which incidentally wound up on our first album, and he played me one song, which didn't. So I famously didn't take to him immediately, and when Steve, this other guitar player, said, "Why don't we have a band together?" I said, "Well, you can play with him, or you can play with me, but you're not going to play with us." Well, here we are 50 some odd years later, and I'm very fortunate to have been on that path with him.
You've had some great nights, you had some great songs, some great albums. What is your favorite moment of the Kiss experience?
My favorite moment continues to be getting up on that stage, which as far as I'm concerned is holy ground. It's electric church. What we do is unequaled. In fact, we introduce ourselves with, "You wanted the best, you got the best. The hottest band in the world, Kiss." It is a self-imposed mandate that even if you hate the band and the music and think it's silly, if you come to our show, you will walk out and say, "That's the best show I've ever seen in my life." Because I come from a period when people used to strum acoustic guitars with their legs crossed and incense growing up and never looked at, they look at the gum on the floor and charge you full price for that. The four guys that put the band together 40 years ago, basically the self-imposed mandate was, let's put together the band we never saw on stage. Let's kick him in the nuts. Let's give him something that I've never seen before. So all the rules went out the window. We didn't want to look like other bands. There's no political content. It's fluff. It's 2 hours of magic where you forget about the traffic jam, the argument you had with the girlfriend, where's this going, why do I have my mother's hips, like all that out the door. Little pregnant pause for our lady friends to have a little laugh. Why won't he call me, where's this going? Just for 2 hours, magic time.